You do not need to know everything to be successful.
I don't know how to do this. Can we hire an agency and they do it for us?
Take fucking action! Subscribe now! Knowledge is power. The more you know will make you realize the more you don't know. And the opposite is also true. Knowledge is dangerous. I will explain. But first, I want to talk about entrepreneurship, right? So you start a business, maybe a very ambitious project, right? It is impossible for you to know everything. It's impossible for you to be an expert in accounting, in finance, in human resource, in software programming, in marketing, in sales, in, people management, whatever, right? It's impossible for you to know everything. But as a leader, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you do not need deep understanding in each of those subjects, but you must have some understanding of those subjects. And as an entrepreneur, you use money to buy people's time. And this is how you fill the gap, right? So if you don't have deep understanding in certain fields, you hire people to help you. And making the right hires is very, very important. And I will make more videos about how to hire the right people. If I get more subscribers and more likes, then I will make even more videos about the subject of recruitment and hiring. Back to the point. You do not need to be an expert to run a business. Really. Let me tell you about my experience, right? So I've been involved in a lot of stuff. Like I've been involved in ticketing, I've been involved in event management, I've been involved in real estate, I've been involved in e-commerce, I've been involved in software outsourcing. None of those things I knew anything before I went into those fields, right? I knew nothing. When I went into event management, I know nothing about, say, technical writers, how to negotiate with the artist and putting the stage together. I knew nothing, right? But that's actually a good thing because, you learn. It's actually not difficult. All the things that I aim to accomplish, I find out that it's actually not that hard to learn. It's very easy if you set your mind to it. Most people are shit. People are shit, right? So most people, when they meet a new challenge, they just give up immediately.
I don't know how to do this. Can we hire an agency and they do it for us?
Right? So most people, when they meet a challenge, they immediately give up. This is not my field. I don't know how to do it, right? So they give up. The minds of the super success, they don't give up. They just look at the problem and then they figure out how to do it, right? When I went to e-commerce, I knew nothing about e-commerce in Vietnam. I know there's like Lazada, there's Shopee, that's about it. And I went in and we're still here. I want to talk about my mentor, right? My mentor is a super successful person. He was in the oil and gas industry. So he invested like $800, true story, on the newspapers, in the internet. He invested $800. And he turned that into $500 million, $500 million, in a span of a few years. In a down market, this is like during the oil crisis, like things were really, really bad in the 1970s. And he was able to build a $500 million empire in 70s money. So today it's probably multiple billions, right? In today's money. So he told me that when he went into oil and gas, he knew fucking nothing about oil and gas. He had no idea how to fucking drill a hole in the ground and how to get the oil and gas out. He knew absolutely nothing. But he also told me it's actually not important because he did not need to know how to do it. And he had experts. But he played a very important role in that operation because, he come in as a fool. Why do we do it like this? Why do we do it like that? Sometimes even the experts, they work in their industries for so long, they lost their ability to think outside of the box. So they always do things the same way again and again forever, right? So you got this new guy coming in and then start asking questions and saying, hey, why don't we do it like that? Hey, why don't we do it like this? Hey, and then he's saving money and he's building a better business and he's being more competitive, right? So this is what I like to do. Like for all of my projects, I want to put people that have no experience on those projects. Because, the new people, if they're motivated, they would bring new ideas to the table. They would ask the questions like, why do we do it like that? What about this? And nobody thought about it. Nobody thought about why we did it like this and what about that. Nobody thought about it. Having a new perspective on the problem is a good thing. That's why I say knowledge is power and knowledge is also dangerous. Knowledge is power because it helps you do things, but knowledge is dangerous because if you think you know how to do it, you start thinking inside the box, not outside the box. You stop thinking about better ways to achieving your goal. Let's say if your boss, your manager, give you the mission impossible, something you've never done before. Don't be afraid. Take it on. Start thinking, breaking down the problem. Your crazy boss wants you to go hire 1,000 people in Da Nang, right? Well, start breaking down that problem. First, you probably need to create an event. You need to set a venue, and you need to invite people to the venue. You need a speaker. You need a good presentation, and you need people to close those people after the event, right? And hopefully you can sign 1,000 people. Is it hard? It's a lot of work. But it's not hard. It's actually easy if you break it down, right? And do it to quality. Anything is possible. I've been involved in so many industries, and I can say that most things, unless you're like a fucking molecular scientist or you're a brain surgeon, you don't really need a lot of knowledge to execute. Execution has nothing to do with how much knowledge you have. The real knowledge comes from execution, taking fucking action, getting it from experience. Take fucking action and don't be a fucktard.